Hey guys, how are you? Thanks for joining me on this Monday evening. This is my first Facebook Live, so I'm going to see if everything is going like it's supposed to. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, here we go. All right. So again, thanks so much for joining me tonight. If you are watching live, if you will drop a comment below to let me know that you are watching. And remember that I am streaming this through StreamYard. So you have to give StreamYard permission for me to see your comments. But again, just post a comment below. And if you are watching this as a replay, if you will just comment hashtag replay below so I will know that you've been here. So I will wait just a second and let's see if anybody is live. All right. So I wanted to come online tonight to give you a little bit of background on my story, my entrepreneurial journey. So, and if you can't tell, I'm a nervous wreck tonight doing this. So bear with me. As my son told me earlier, just do it, Mom. Do it scared. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, so at a very early age, I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. Both of my parents were business owners. My dad was a baker and owned his own bakery, which was pretty cool growing up. And my mother was an accountant and owned her own accounting firm. So I had, two business owner parents in the household. So it was always chaotic and you never knew what was happening. But fast forward a little bit, my father actually passed away when I was 19. And my mom became the sole provider for our family. And I learned then that women need to be financially independent. And I can't stress that enough to all the women watching. But my mom grew her business at that point. She put everything, all of her focus into growing her accounting firm. And she did. We actually ended up with more than 5 locations. We grew from 1 to 5 in a matter of like 3 years. So that was super exciting. And I got to go along with that journey of hers and manage her locations with bookkeeping and tax services. And in 2010, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she then decided that it was time for her to retire. And she passed the ownership reins of her company on to me. And that was in the middle of 2010. And at that point, I actually formed my own firm. And that is when AccuTax USA was born. So as a new entrepreneur, which I'm sure many of you have been in those shoes, you're super excited, you're gung-ho, everything's, just exciting all the way around you. So I dove in. I learned everything I could learn about being a new business owner. I learned how to grow my business. I learned more about accounting and tax. Any little bit of training, I just soaked up all the knowledge. And the most important thing that I learned is my numbers. Your numbers tell your story of your business. And I learned that early on. I learned that I had to make hard business decisions. Some of those decisions that I made were consolidating, relocating offices, working those extra hours instead of spending payroll dollars, buying equipment that was new on the market, new technologies that were just coming out to enhance the business. And don't get me wrong, I made my fair share of mistakes along the way. as well. But in 4 short years, I actually tripled profits from when I took the business over in 2010. So I was super excited, super proud. Second generation accounting firm, you kind of have, big shoes to fill. I couldn't let my mom down. I had to do this. But the problem was I was working super long hours. I felt like I was trading my hours for dollars. And frankly, I felt like I didn't own my business, that I was more of an employee of my business instead of an owner of my business. And I really wasn't happy. Now, don't get me wrong. I really, really enjoyed my clients. That was the highlight of my day. I enjoyed seeing clients that came to me to file their taxes every year, and they had no clue about their finances. It still amazes me to this day how many business owners come to me in March, April to file their income tax, and they have no clue about their books. They may have tried to use QuickBooks. They may have even hired a bookkeeper in-house or hired someone else to do their books. And they don't have a clue. Their books are a mess. Maybe they're not even existent. Or frankly, they have a set of books, but they don't have a clue how to read them. And again, I'm a firm believer that your finances, your books, tell the story of your business. So I've ended up along the way with a lot of clients who come to me and they're frustrated. And they question why they ever became business owners to begin with. And a little secret for all of you watching, I often felt the same way. Why was I doing this? Was my business running me, or was I running my business? Because let's face it, guys, being in business for yourself is so much different than being an employee. So many people work a job, they love the job, and so they decide, I'm going to quit being someone else's employee and I'm going to go into business for myself. They don't think about the business side. They just enjoy the job. And that's where I was. I loved helping my clients, but my business it just wasn't right for me. And the main thing that I struggled with was my work-life balance. And I know some of you have felt the same way. So I was working, but the payoff wasn't there. The payoff with me, yes, of course, we all went into business to make money. I get it. But also for me, it was the flexibility to spend time with my family. And if I was working all the hours, then I wasn't spending time with my family. I might as well just be a 40-hour-a-week employee, clock out and go home and spend time with my kids. But it wasn't happening. So, long story short, let's fast forward to 2020. And for 2020, this has been an extreme year of change, extreme year, chaos. It's just been a crazy year. But for me, actually, COVID has given me the opportunity to really sit back, relax a minute, and really think about, what do I want out of my company? So I did. I actually hired a business coach, and we worked together to re-strategize, what did I want? What was my dream? Why did I go into business for myself to begin with? What did I want to get out of it? And I ask you the same as a business owner. Really think about that. You need to reevaluate those things every now and then. And what I found was I wanted to be home. I didn't want to be stuck in a brick or mortar 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. And let's face it, it was much more hours than that. And wasting or not spending the time that I needed to with my family. So we went to the drawing board and said, okay, so what can you do? What can be done differently? And that is when Calculated Profits by Stephanie was formed. And this gives me the ability to, one, everything's virtual now. So no brick and mortar. I don't go into the office anymore. And I get to spend the time that I need to with my family, but I also get to do what I'm passionate about. And that is helping other entrepreneurs learn their numbers so that they can make strategic decisions that affect their business. So again, your books are your story. If you don't know the story, you can't make changes. So it has been amazing for me to pursue my dream, but pursue it my way. So not just I have a dream that I want to be an entrepreneur, not just a dream that I want to be an accountant, but that I can do it on my terms. So it's been amazing to do that. It's also been really incredible to watch my clients who have come to me completely stressed out and just ready to quit, ready to quit their business. They don't know where their numbers are. They are working the hectic hours. They don't have the work-life balance either. So it's incredible to see them transform into that stressed out client to becoming thriving, profitable, and happy entrepreneurs. So when you're in business for yourself, you should be happy about that. Yes, you're going to have stressful days, but when you sit back and think about it, it's a lot of work, guys, and you should get some payoff from that. And that payoff is happiness for me and a work-life balance. So with Calculated Profits, I am able to give back to other people. I am able to go online and give advice, whether it be QuickBooks advice, tax advice, business strategies, those types of things, in hopes that other entrepreneurs that have found themselves in the same position that I have been in to really fall back in love with their business and to make some money along the way, because let's face it, we all went into business to make money. So I have promised myself that I will go live at least once a week. So I have set aside time on Monday afternoons and also on Thursday afternoons, provided that the work-life balance allows for that. So please stay tuned for more updates. And I would really like to know what you want to know about. What can I help you do in your business? Do you want some QuickBooks tips? Do you want to learn more about tax strategies, tax planning, those types of things? So let me know what questions you have. You can comment in this video or send me a quick DM. Either way would be great. But I thank you so much for tuning in and letting me tell my journey of how I became an entrepreneur and how Calculated Profits came to be. So thank you again. And I just want to leave you with one more thing. If you are an entrepreneur, or if you are thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, I want you to think about why you started or why you're going to start. And if you're not there, if it's not the way you thought it would be, really think about what could you do differently to get yourself in the position that is aligned with the dream that you started. Just really think about that. And, it's not too late to make some changes. I'm here if you would like any advice on taxes, bookkeeping, anything like that. Just like I said, send me a message and I'll be glad to post some information that will help you with your business. Thanks again for tuning in. Have a great night. Bye, guys.